Thank you once again for tuning into the Listen Buddy podcast. So, today is Thursday, January 21st, 2021. I will be your host, Said. So, this week we're doing another sports episode. Now, you might be asking, why am I doing another sports episode? Well, honestly, it's because I don't give a fuck. Honestly, I'm just kidding. But there was a huge trade in the NBA that happened recently. So, I thought I'd get some of my friends who really do enjoy the NBA, and I thought we'd, discuss it. We talk about the upcoming season. Obviously, it's an odd season, so I thought it'll be fun to go over. So I got some more guests, obviously, as always. I have some lovely guests. So just give me 1 second, and I'm gonna unmute them. Alrighty, thank you guys for coming on. So we'll just go one by one. So why don't we start with Adam? We'll go top to bottom. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Hey there, everyone. My name is Adam. I'm really into the NBA. Think it's a great sport, and yeah, let's get this
Somebody
started.
thinks the NBA is a great sport. You heard it here first. Okay. So I'd also like to say Adam he's the biggest 2K player ever, and Adam, he loves to play 2K.
That's
and
correct.
He plays 2K all day, and then Adam will go and he'll get shit on by someone who plays the game one day every week. Like, that's the kind of guy Adam is. I just wanna put that out there. All right? Ron, why don't
He's
why
just
don't you go
jealous.
ahead?
He's lost me.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. We don't need to insult you out here. It's okay.
All right, Ron, why don't you introduce yourself? Ron is probably one of the cutest guys I know. You can see from his pictures. Super
You
cute
could
guy.
see.
Also, I don't know if I can hear Ram on the fucking audio, so that's a problem. Wait, Ram, talk again?
Nope.
I lied. It's fine. Okay, Sultan, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
What's up, guys? My name is Sultan, otherwise known as Sultan.
What?
Salty.
If you ever want to get your ankles broken, just hit me up, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, Sultan is a shooter. But I don't know about the ankles.
Oh, man, you need to bring an ankle brace every time you're on the court.
Yeah,
but it's all good.
Okay, buddy.
It's all good.
We all play a lot of basketball. I mean, we've been playing for a while. I know me and Adam have been playing since like grade 3, grade 4. Sultan, we didn't know Sultan in elementary school. So, what have you been playing?
Yeah, we did.
Elementary.
Since grade 7, we're elementary. Oh.
Fucking moron.
Sure.
That's middle school. No. But yeah, Sultan, when did you start playing basketball, bro? When did you really get into it?
I was always kind of into basketball because my older brother, he's the one that set up a little net in my backyard. So I don't know, as far back as I can remember, I was a baller,
Yeah. Too bad hoop dreams are meant for high school, right?
Oh my!
I'm just kidding.
Oh man, come on.
I see how this is gonna go. I see how
No,
this is.
I love you. Okay, Ram. So when did you start playing? I know Ram started more so in grade 9. Like Ram kind of used to be, wasn't that great, right? But then Ram turned out to be nasty now. I'm telling you. But Ram, why don't you tell us, bro? Tell us the journey.
So the journey basically is, I was really not into like basketball at all. Like I was a really big soccer fan, right? Like that's like day and night was like soccer for
Bro,
me.
he had all these Adidas track pants. Look at his colors. Look at the colors he has.
And then when I moved to Toronto, I started playing basketball because no one over here like really like had a passion of playing soccer. So I'm like, all right, what's everyone passionate about? I'm like, it's basketball. So then I started actually really getting into basketball like in grade 9. I was not the greatest player, but then I started developing my skills and other stuff. And then probably grade like 11 and 12, like I started actually like really getting passionate about it and like started actually like focusing and getting better.
Yes, sir. Awesome. So we all have like like a fair bit of basketball background. We all played and stuff. We all been watching the NBA, right? Like I'm assuming just because we play, we have like a background in the NBA. We know what we're talking about when we somewhat,
sir.
to a certain extent.
Somewhat.
We're just talking out of our ass, But
Yeah, 100%.
yeah, I'm assuming all of you guys seen the trade that happened recently. Everyone did.
Yeah.
Blockbuster
Yeah.
trade. So James Harden was traded to the Brooklyn Nets. You got a bunch of changes in the league with Victor Oladipo going to the Rockets and Jared Allen going to the Cavs. And what else? There's one more guy.
Karis LeVert.
Oh yeah, Karis LeVert. He went to the Pacers, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
I feel like the Pacers lost out of everyone there, but
really
I guess
did,
we'll
bro.
get to that.
They really lost out.
They really
Karis
did,
LeVert
man.
isn't a bad player. I love Karis
Yeah, I
LeVert.
mean,
He's
like
dropping
once
50.
he's there, right? He'll get a chance to like I guess like show his skills,
Isn't
right? Because he
he just
wasn't.
got injured recently, right? I mean, they just figured out after doing athlete physical, right? And then they found out he has some. I don't remember what he had, but he has some
He
issues,
had a
right?
knee problem. Pretty sure he had a knee problem.
A knee problem, and they just figured it out.
Yeah. Honestly, I think it's a great fit for him just because he's a pretty young guy. Like I think like
Yeah,
the development will be great, especially in the Pacers team. Pacers, they got some young great guys. Miles Turner, Demontis Sabonis, my guy. I mean, Malcolm Brogdon. It's a great team, honestly, and especially for LeVert, he'll get a lot of shots too.
yeah. I
So
feel like Levert once he's there.
The future team, not right now, just the future in a couple, maybe I'd say in 5 years, because even after he's gonna go through surgery now, and they said I read this somewhere on I think ESPN or something. It's gonna take him at least a year actually to come back, a year and a half, I think.
yeah,
So no, sorry, next season, right? Next season,
I think he'll be back for next season.
because now he's off. Now he's off. They're gonna do surgery on him.
Yeah,
Or
for sure. I mean, hopefully they're alright. But yeah, Sultan, you were saying something?
Yeah, I was saying just because he wasn't really like a first priority in Brooklyn, right? Like I guess like he wasn't really considered like a main scorer or main playmaker, right? But I feel like he has a chance to shine with the Pacers. Yeah.
I think he had because that team had a lot of guys. You had Spencer Dinwiddie, you had you have Joe Harris, you had D'Angelo Russell. Like back then, like he was still scoring though. Like he was still balling. So like I mean,
Yeah, of course, but I mean, like, not a lot of people, I guess, like, regarded him, right?
No, but I think his development like went great. I mean, let's look at like okay. I really want to focus on the Nets because like the Nets are really just all inning it, right? Like at this point, it's like you win a chip or your future is gone, right? Like basically you're gonna be for the next 5-6 years, right? Ram, how do you feel like this team is gonna mesh? How do you think overall it's gonna be for the team?
I mean, the Nets, they're all so from I don't know, man. Let's just see. So KD, Kyrie, and Harden, bro. All these players, like they all want the ball, like attentionally, right?
Super Bowl dominant.
And they're super ball dominant. They're not really like focusing as a team, right? They're like, oh, we can do it ourselves, right? We're the best of the best, right? They're like, I can do this by myself. I don't know, like it's
Yeah,
hard to
kind
say,
of.
like it's like hard to say like how they would do, right, in the NBA because like it's like super new, right? Because they don't have like really any chemistry.
Yeah, and well, KD and Harden do, right? Like they were on the OKC team, right?
They were
It's a
an
great
OKC team,
OKC
but
team.
it was a great OKC team, but
Three
I don't know,
MVPs.
bro. But the thing is, even then, right? They were still very ball dominant, right? They still wanted the ball to themselves.
But like Harden played 6 man, right? Like I feel
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Harden,
Like, he
like
came off the
is that
bench,
guy.
right? You gotta
He
remember
came
that.
off the bench, exactly. Like he
100%, yeah.
okay, no, but okay, you're saying look at the team right now. You're saying it based on those, but look at them right now. Like since Harden has actually come on to Brooklyn Nets, it's not like he's hogging the ball. He's getting so many assists. KD is getting assists too. Kyrie Irving is getting assists.
I
All
mean,
three of them are
it's
working well together.
it's only
Yes, the
been
defense isn't good, but
it's been two.
they're scoring.
it's
They
only
played
been
how many
it's only
games?
been a few games, right? Like, that's the thing, right? Yeah, usually people struggle with chemistry
Yeah.
when they're
100%.
No,
like
but
back
look,
and
that's what I'm saying. Usually they do like struggle with chemistry, but look, they already have chemistry. They like look at the way they're scoring. Look at today's game
I don't know about
against the
I
Milwaukee Bucks.
Okay,
yeah,
the
but
thing
that
is,
that
bro.
really have
that brings
chemistry
it
with
back
Kyrie
to
Irving, bro.
So from yesterday's
Kyrie
game,
Irving, no, yes. Kyrie Irving, no, he wasn't there. He's not in the game today either. But with KD and him together, they still managed to get more than 30 points each. They both.
I think everyone's seen the game yesterday. Kyrie was not being a team sport, right? Even in double OT, right? He still didn't want to pass the ball. He wanted the ball to himself, right?
Yeah, he won.
They're very ball dominant. That's a thing, right, with the team.
No, 100%.
Yeah, it just brings it back to Rom's point, right? Where when you have three main scorers on a team, right, it might be hard to, I guess, decide who gets the ball more often, right?
Exactly. Like who gets the shots, right? There's only so many
Who gets the
shots.
shot more? 100%.
See, like that's the thing. Like when you have three great players on a team, one player is obviously gonna get hurt, right? Like they're not gonna play at their 100% potential, right? Like we know that Harden can drop 60, he can drop 50, he can drop 40 consistently. Like he was dropping like he had like what like a 32 or something like win game of like streak of 30 plus points. Like this guy's insane. He's an insane scorer. But now he's like delegated to that role of I'm just gonna pass. I'm gonna be the passer. I'm gonna be the the playmaker. Whereas Kyrie,
But maybe
like,
that'll suit him. That might actually suit him.
But
He
I
still
mean, like,
managed to get like 20+ points.
yeah, I
20
mean, like
plus.
the past
Yeah.
3 games, like he's been close to a triple double, right? So
Mhm.
like, I guess the
Yeah.
only thing he's struggling with right now is because he gets the ball more often, right? So he does turn it
Mhm.
over a lot.
Mhm.
But I guess that's where Kyrie comes in, right?
Mhm. I haven't seen his turnover.
See, like,
No, I
I
mean,
haven't
like
seen
because Kyrie was out for, I guess, a few games, right? So you got to
Yeah.
remember that
in a few weeks. Yeah.
Harden was technically playing the guard,
yeah,
Sorry, what? Harden was playing what?
he's playing the guard. He was
the
playing
point
the point.
guard.
Oh yeah, yeah.
See, like, what I want to know is, okay, let's say Kyrie's having an off day, right? Like, Kyrie's not scoring well. Like, we know he has these, right? Remember in Boston, that Boston series where
Yeah,
he was having horrible series. He was shooting like 4 for 20,
yeah,
4
he
for
was
25,
putting up
7
horrible shots too,
horrible
right?
shots. Exactly. Is he gonna be able to, like, kind of let it go and let Harden take over, or is he gonna be that guy that's just, I need to shoot, I need to score, I'm that scorer? Like, I don't know if Kyrie can drop that ego, which is my problem, because we know he can.
100%.
He can drop
You,
30.
but even we can't say anything about his ego, right? That's his. We wouldn't know anything about
I
him.
mean, I think we can say a couple things, bro. We've seen Kyrie, bro. We've seen
I
his
mean,
games.
I feel like
Kyrie's the OG, bro. He's a really good player.
Yeah, but
no, you could be a good player, right? But at the end of the day, it's all about how you play with your teammates, right?
exactly,
'Cause
it's a team
at the
sport.
end of the
Exactly,
day,
100%.
like you could be an amazing player, but if you're just demanding the ball 24/7, right? That messes
But
up the whole team chemistry, right?
does Kyrie seem like that type of person to you guys, where he's hogging, like always asking for the ball? Because like, look at him in the Cavs
Bro.
too. I
No,
didn't
but
think that
even
he is that type of person.
I mean,
no,
it's just
even
like
I
know
know
when-
I play 2K and I use him,
oh my,
but I don't abuse him. Okay, I use my
No.
team. I don't just use Kyrie.
stop this.
Adam, like you were
We
saying,
all
bro,
know
even
you.
when he was on the Cavs, bro, he still was in, like, he wasn't happy, bro. Like, even they even like, so they won a ring and everything, bro. He wanted to be the main attention of the Cavs, right? But as soon as
Exactly.
LeBron showed up, he wanted to be that guy, right? As soon as LeBron showed up, they're like, all the attention started going to LeBron, right? So Kyrie was
But
like, all right,
but look, but it seems like he's past that, because look, he wanted to work as a team, which is why him and KD both went to Brooklyn. They both wanted to work as a team. So basically, it means that he is open to it. He wants to work as a team to get rings, and that's why even James Harden. That's why I feel like all three of them are open to being a team to get the ring. Like they all are chasing the ring.
I think Kyrie's chasing the ring as a leader of a team, right? Like it's
Yeah, I
different,
mean, like
right?
you gotta remember,
yeah,
like most of his
100%.
career, he's played as like a man who carries the team, right?
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
exactly.
So you gotta understand when you bring 3 players into like one team that are all be technically like scorers, right?
Right.
Mhm.
Like they all want to score, right? So I guess like that's where you have difficulties, like who deserves
Well,
the
you
ball
know,
more
yeah,
than the
but
other.
the
Right?
thing is, he's
I'll
got
give
to
you
have had
another.
a say. He's got to have had a say that he want like James Harden came here, but it's because KD and Irving wanted him, because they wanted to work with him as a team too, in order to make it happen.
I mean,
Yeah, but Kyrie
I'll give
also
you
wanted to
another.
go to Boston, right? And then what happened?
But he did, and it didn't
What the
work out
fuck
because
happened?
the team didn't work well with him. I guess
So,
maybe he
like,
was a
it's the
baller.
same
I
case
can't say.
here,
I
no?
honestly don't know. But here he requested to work with KD, and KD wants to do it too.
He
They,
had
they
to
have
choose if he went to
chemistry.
Boston, no? Like, he's like, oh, when you're a superstar, you get to choose where you go. So, like, he chose to go to Boston. Let's not act like, oh, he
Exactly.
got randomly
Yeah.
traded, right?
100%.
He was on a super team, bro. It was Jalen Brown, Marcus Smart, bro. Like, that team was nasty. Al
They had
Horford,
Hayward, right?
Gordon Hayward, Kyrie.
But I
Like,
guess
that
he was
team
out.
was,
No, I
yeah,
feel like
he got
Boston
injured,
got
but-
better once he left. Boston got better once he left because they worked better as a team.
I mean, they kind of rebuilt around Tatum and Jalen Brown,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And like they have Kemba, but I guess Kemba's been injured.
Kemba's, I don't know, man. I think he's been underperforming. Especially
Like he was good when they were doing the playoffs.
Yeah, 100%. The playoffs, he was playing well.
His shot was amazing. 3-pointers.
Kemba, I mean, he's
Kemba
okay.
was
I think
doing
he
good,
kind
I
of
thought.
underperformed, especially in that
He really
Heat
did.
series.
If you compare it to how he did in
In
Charlotte, then
Charlotte,
yeah,
he was crazy, bro.
like he was really lethal in Charlotte.
Yeah.
I honestly started picking more up about him once he joined Boston.
Yo, but don't forget, bro. You have to factor this in as well. He was on the Charlottes, right? But as soon as you came onto Boston, right? Don't forget, right? There's Jason Tatum, right?
Yeah.
And then there's like other shooters on the team, right? But when he was on the fucking
Charlotte
Har-
Hornets.
Hornets.
Charlotte, right? there was no one there, right, at that period of
Yeah, I
time.
guess he was the primary.
MJ was sitting on the benches. He
I mean,
couldn't help.
MJ owns the team, right? So there was really no one else to perform except him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I get it. Like now you're not as much of a volume scorer, but he's not efficient. That's the problem, right? Like he's not an efficient
Yeah, he's a
scorer.
really inconsistent guy. That's one thing.
Yeah, and that's like the main problem, right?
But
Like when you're
back to
efficient.
like the Brooklyn thing, right? I wanted to give you guys an example. It's like when you try to build a dynasty, right? It
Right.
doesn't always work out. It's
Mhm.
like you remember when Kobe had Nash and Howard
Uh-huh.
and Meta World Peace or Runner Test, whatever you want to call them. But like everyone thought that team was gonna dominate, right? But then when you
Mhm.
have people like Howard and Kobe didn't have good chemistry at all, right?
Yeah.
They'd always like to argue, and there's like videos
Mhm.
of them like swearing at each other, but that's
Yeah.
after, right?
Mhm.
But like you get my point, right? It's like
Yeah.
sometimes it's like you think that something's gonna go well, right? But
Mhm.
then after
Yeah,
a
it
while,
looks good
because
on paper,
I guess
right?
like you know
But
Kobe's always been the guy. Well, he was always the guy that would like hog the ball, or I guess like he'd primarily like have the
He's
ball
a
most of the
primary
time,
scorer,
Mhm.
right? Like he would have
exactly,
he would take a lot of the shots.
right? And then when you have someone like Howard, right, who also wants to score, and like, I guess like
It
he
makes it
wanted to
harder.
build his name as like a dominant center,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
It
And
doesn't
Steve
always
Nash was
work out,
also
right?
like at the end of
I
his
guess
career, right?
Steve Nash was at the end of his career, so he kind of knew his role with that team, right? He was
Yeah,
more of a
yeah.
pass first type of guard. But that's the
Yeah.
same thing with when LeBron was with Miami, right? Like D
Mhm.
Wade was the primary scorer, but he recognized that it was time for LeBron
Yeah, bro.
to score and stuff, right? So like you could see like he kind of dialed it down when LeBron came. He was
He
more
still
of a
had his
pass
games.
first. He still had
Chris
his
Bosh,
games,
bro.
obviously, yes.
Chris
Chris
Bosh,
Bosh,
man.
like he was a really good player
He
too,
suffered
right?
the
But
most, man.
What do you mean?
Like you could drastically see his statistics go down, right? Like you can see like he's not scoring, he's not shooting as much. He's just that guy
exactly.
that
Like so,
grabs rebounds.
Uh-huh.
there's
I
some
mean,
players that
you have to
recognize their
powerhouse.
role, right? And then there's some
Yeah.
players that don't recognize their role, and they think that they can just do whatever they want on the court.
Yeah, it's an ego
Mhm.
thing, right? That's
It's an
what it
ego
comes down
thing,
to.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No, but it's like we can't really say anything until I guess at least half the season has gone by and you see
Yeah,
how they're
like I
working
said,
together.
like
You
you
remember?
can't judge based off like 3 games that they had together.
Yeah, you
Right?
can't.
Yeah, you remember when KD joined the Warriors first,
Mhm.
and him and Draymond Green, bro, they never got along. You didn't think that would happen.
I mean,
No, they
You
always
thought they would
they
they
love
always
got
got
to.
along.
along.
Like yeah, they always
It
got
was like
along. Like
there's always in the
Draymond,
NBA.
yeah,
Like, shit
Draymond's
happens.
always been like I guess like a good coach to his players, right?
He's a
But
talker, bro. He loves talking.
he likes talking. Yeah, he likes talking a lot actually. But
I
Yeah,
really
he's one of
love
kinda,
the he's
you
one of
get
the
my
most.
you get my gist, right? It's like you
Yeah.
kind of have to understand that sometimes it's not your time to
Yeah.
score or to
Mhm.
pass the ball, right? You're just there
Mhm.
for support, basically for your team.
See, this is why.
Jamarcus Cousins.
This is why
Jamarcus Cousins
do you
literally
mean?
going to every team.
Oh.
He's literally been there as a support. Every team that almost got a ring but never could,
DeMarcus
I mean,
It
Cousins.
Boogie.
sucks. Yeah.
I feel like Boogie. He's just been struggling lately, right? Because
Yeah,
he can't
just
find a team that he fits in with. He fit in well with the Pelicans, I guess, but like with
He
the
was
he
good
was
Indians,
before
okay.
any injury.
but yeah, I mean,
Before
like
any injury, he was actually starting to do
He
good.
was,
Like,
he was
he
a
started
better
getting
Joel
a lot
Embiid.
of. Exactly. He was a better Joel Embiid.
No.
Before injury. After injury, everything went downhill.
Yeah, see, like, I feel like at this point he's gotta learn to figure out his role too. But, like, see, this is why I can respect guys like, Ricky Rubio or Draymond Green or Chris Paul,
yeah,
right? They don't need to score. They don't need to do that. But they're
They
great.
know their role.
When they're on the floor, bro, they literally pick apart defenses. Rajon Rondo, bro, one of my favorite point guards, top 5 point guards all
yeah,
time.
And they're great players. He's going to be known. Even
yeah.
though he didn't score as much, Draymond Green will still be known part of the Warriors as the big three, right? Even though he doesn't do much,
Bro,
his
with
defense
KD,
counts so much.
like the amount of defensive knowledge that Draymond has is incredible, right? Like he picks apart
Mhm.
defenses. It's like almost as good as LeBron. LeBron is obviously
Mhm.
better at it, but like he's one of those guys, like he's very technical. But
Yeah, I mean, like you sometimes you have to be a floor general, right? But that
Yeah.
doesn't mean you have to specifically score or have
Exactly.
assists or rebounds or whatever, right? You're just there to
Absolutely.
support your team, set
Absolutely.
up plays, play defense, right?
100%. I agree.
Like you brought up a good point, Ricky Rubio. Like he's not a really stat heavy person, right? But he's there to assist his team really well, right? So I guess that's why he's like in demand.
Absolutely.
NBA.
Absolutely. No, I agree. 100%. Okay, I don't want to spend too much time on this. Okay, so I want to move on to who we think is going to come out of the East and who we think is going to come out of the West. Okay, so I mean, I'm going to start with Ram on this one. So just go 1 through 8. Whoever you think's gonna come out. Okay.
1 through 8.
Yeah. So you don't have to like. Obviously, the top seed. It doesn't have to be the top seed, right? But like, like just you think like Philly, the Bucks, and Boston are gonna end up top, or like however.
It's difficult. Let's see. Let's see.
I mean, there's some clear like these teams are gonna make it.
Yeah,
Right?
100%, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel
But-
like Boston, like that's the team I'm rooting for right now. Like
We're rooting for Boston right now.
Boston.
Yeah, I
really?
mean like Boston's been a really good team, right? Like I like
They have a
Tatum,
great
I like
overall team.
Jalen Brown. Yeah, like, it's a really good overall team. Obviously, like Tatum and Brown are their main scorers, right? But
Mhm.
it's a good chemistry team. They don't show like they argue with each other or anything like that.
Yeah.
Like they have a lot of good chemistry. Is what I'm trying
Great
to say.
teamwork
right?
team, bro. One of the best. 100%. Okay. Let's okay. Forget the 2 to 8. Who do you think is gonna be the number 1 seed? I want to hear. From everyone. Okay.
The number 1 seed.
Yeah. Who's the number 1 seed? We gotta put money on this.
Money on this, really.
Money on this in the East.
How
bro.
much money are
I'll
we
put
putting on
20. I'll drop a 20.
I'll put
Alright, bro,
50, I'll
20.
put 20.
All right.
Alright, I'm dropping 20 as well.
You can only put. You have to decide on one, and then. Okay, so whoever wins gets the pot. Is that how we're doing it?
Yes.
So
Basically,
like, what
yeah.
do you mean? Like,
So you pick a
who's
team.
gonna win from Eastern or Western Conference?
Yeah. So East and West. So who's getting the number 1 seed? Not win. It's not the title thing.
Okay, like number 1 seed.
Yeah, number 1 seed in the East.
In the East.
Yeah. So we'll do 10 for the East, 10 for the West. All right.
Jeez.
That's how it is. Okay.
For me, I would say it's between Boston or Milwaukee. For the East. I don't
Really?
know.
Yeah. I mean, that's
Yeah,
like the
I
easy
think-
answer, I believe. Yeah.
Wow, I was gonna say that's the easy answer.
Yeah.
No, but still, like if you see how they're playing, like as a team
Yeah.
and stuff, obviously, like with Milwaukee, you're gonna heavily rely on Giannis, right?
Mhm.
But
Oh, for sure.
Giannis, however you want to say it. But
He's got some
I
great
still,
help.
I still feel like, yeah, they've got some good help. Like they could play as a team, right? You won't have that issue of like we discussed earlier, right?
Yeah.
Like who's gonna score mainly
Oh,
and
yeah, yeah.
whatnot. But
The problem is who does score on that team. That's what's becoming the problem, bro.
yeah,
They're
exactly.
locking down Giannis. They're like, all right, who's scoring? Chris Middleton, Drew Holiday. All right,
Chris Middleton. I mean, yeah, Chris Middleton's been playing
He's
really
great.
good
He's
too.
great,
Like,
but I
he's putting
mean,
his stats
I don't think he's a volume scorer. Like, he can score, but like, he's not like that guy. So like,
obviously, yeah, no, but you could still say like you can rely on him to score.
oh
right?
yeah, I think he'll.
It's not like he's a trash box or anything.
Oh,
Like,
absolutely not. I think he's a very like consistent scorer, but I don't think he's like he'll drop 40, he'll drop 50. Like he's not that.
no,
kind of
obviously,
guy.
I think
He'll
like
drop
in
20,
between like the
24.
20s to maybe 30s, right?
Yeah,
but
yeah, exactly. Consistent.
like you can rely on him to score. Is what I'm trying
Yeah,
to say,
yeah.
right? Like
Okay, so you think the Bucks? You're taking the Bucks?
I would say it's between Bucks or
gotta
Boston.
pick one, bro.
Okay, I'm leaning more towards Boston.
All right. So
Is this for Eastern or Western?
East.
Or just-
Only the East.
Only East. Okay.
We'll do the West too,
Um,
but start with the East.
We'll do the West too.
Run
Okay.
it. Better not say Brooklyn.
Honestly, bro, I'm gonna say Brooklyn, the Nets, bro, because KD, like ever since like I was younger, bro, KD was always my favorite player.
Damn.
Right?
This
Oh,
guy's using
only-
emotion. Do you hear this guy?
Only
This guy's
only
my
that.
favorite player. So
Passionate.
KD, man. I can't root against KD. Look at this guy, bro.
Oh my! I'm gonna say the Nets,
Ron was
bro.
one of those guys that would use the OKC Big Three. You know?
Yo, I love that team, bro.
I
Yeah,
would, bro.
don't
I
talk that
would.
team. I love that team. That team was good.
Okay, see big three.
Who was it? Ibaka, KD,
Ibaka,
and Westbrook, right?
KD, Westbrook, Harden, Ibaka,
No, I
Kendrick
guess like the
Perkins,
Big
bro.
Three. This guy said Kendrick.
Kendrick Perkins, that's my guy, bro. My
Oh,
favorite
wow.
ESPN analyst.
Oh my
He'll
god!
call you out on your
What?
bullshit, bro. Unlike any other like analyst, bro. He'll call you out.
Yeah, no, but I always kind of, I don't know why. Like I've always hated Kendrick Perkins for some
Why?
reason.
What the? Bro?
I don't know, man. Like I just don't know. Like I guess
Is
like,
it 'cause all
it
the
goes
NBA
it
players
goes
hate
back to the old Boston days, right? Like this guy was a trash box. Man.
He's not a trash box, bro.
No hate, but like if you see like his old Boston days, like he was
Yeah.
just he was like the MVP of Shaqtin' a Fool, man. Like I
Oh,
guess like,
come on, dog.
No,
Come on, dog. He's in the NBA for a reason, dog. He made it.
no,
That's a lot of
obviously, yeah,
disrespect.
obviously,
Don't
no,
That's a
I'm
lot
not.
of
disrespect
disrespect.
this grind, bro.
I'm not saying he has no skill at all, right? I'm just
Yeah.
saying like, I feel like he got a lot more recognition than like
Yeah. Fair enough.
what he
Okay.
deserved. But
Okay, so Rama got the Nets.
I got the Nets,
Sultan,
yeah.
you got Boston.
I got Celtics. Yeah.
All right, Adam, who do you
You
got?
got it.
Adam's gonna pick the Bucks, bro. I know Adam's gonna pick the Bucks. He's a trash talk.
He will, he
I'm
will.
picking
He's
Adam.
bandwagoner.
He's the biggest
just a disclaimer
bandwagoner.
to everyone,
I
you
know.
know.
Giannis is
Whatever,
the
whatever
He's
team
gonna
has,
be like,
whatever
Giannis is
team
so
has,
sick.
whatever team has like a 90 overall or 99 overall.
Yeah, bro. No.
Relax.
Adam makes his
I actually
judgments based
gotta-
on 2K.
I want these two teams to face in the finals if it happens. You know,
East.
the Lakers, Well, for East, I would obviously have to pick. You guys guessed it, yo.
The
Milwaukee Bucks.
Oh my
The
god,
Bucks,
man.
oh
Look at this
my.
guy.
I just want him to
I
win
know,
when
bro.
he deserves it.
Who?
He deserves it.
Who,
Giannis?
Giannis?
Giannis deserves it, bro.
No, he doesn't.
He's a one-man team.
Nah, bro.
He's a
nah,
one-man
He's
time,
got
bro.
Nah,
other
You know,
teams running him.
Yo,
No, bro.
he can manage to do it alone, bro. I play 2K.
No, he
Run in
can't.
the paint.
Okay,
I've
not
done
2K, bro.
no,
You've never seen
No.
real life, bro.
Yeah.
Fam,
it's-
you play
Yeah,
on rookie. Don't
honestly,
talk,
though,
man.
he actually
It's like-
he's
Nearly
sick.
impossible for
He's
Giannis,
honestly
It's like-
really such a
It's
sick
just like
ass
Kawhi
player.
on the Raptors, right? Like, you could
Yeah.
say Kawhi carried the team, but he kind of
Can't
really
say it was
didn't.
Kawhi,
Right? Like,
right? Yeah. It's
he
team
had a
effort,
good
bro.
team
Just,
effort.
Don't
Get
take
a
the
good
credit
team,
on
bro. The
him.
thing is, bro, you just
He has
can't
a
win
good
with one man. You know?
But in general, I'm saying him as a player, he's super good, and he should get a ring at this point.
At this point, I don't know.
At
At this point, he should at least get one.
Mm.
Because this man's got a long way to go. I
He-
feel like
he deserved
I think
one,
this
right?
guy. This guy can actually get 6 rings.
Damn,
This
you
guy
think
is
so?
gonna be
I
that.
mean,
He's
right
gonna
now
be
he has
that
0,
kind of
so
guy.
he's clearly not on a good pace. So
And how many years has he played, bro? Take it in.
yeah, I don't know, like 5, 4, something like that, right?
Exactly, bro. He's gonna do
That's-
it, bro.
that's quite a
LeBron
few
took how
years
long?
now.
LeBron took how long to get his first ring, bro?
It took quite a while, bro. But I mean, Giannis
Exactly.
is fully relying on
LeBron's on his
athleticism,
point.
right? Like, you see how fucking decent
Yo,
this guy
but
is.
the
Once
thing
this
is,
guy,
bro,
one injury, bro. I'm
Giannis
telling
is
you.
relying on his height, bro.
Yeah,
He-
but look at
his main
it.
focus
Look
is
at-
height.
And
Yo,
look at how young he is, and he's doing it. Look, LeBron started doing it later on too.
What do you mean?
And
The
he-
LeBron started doing it later on. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
LeBron invested way more money into his body late into his late.
Bro.
So you need to factor this in as well, bro. LeBron, when he started playing, right? Yo, this guy was half a prodigy already, bro. This guy was like already good. But
Oh, yeah.
Giannis, bro, you don't see any development or any improvement, like of his like current seasons. You know what I'm saying? Like,
What do you
where
mean?
No,
Have
bro,
we
he's,
not
he's
seen
stagnated.
LeBron? What it
All
is?
this guy's doing, bro, all he's doing is running in the paint, bro, and dunking the ball,
He's
bro.
shooting
Like,
threes too now.
Yeah,
What
what
are
is
you
he shooting
talking
at?
about?
He's shooting at under 30%. What are you
Yeah,
talking
exactly.
about, man?
Okay, listen. I'll tell you
Anyone
one
can
thing.
shoot that,
right?
bro. I can shoot 30%. What the fuck do you mean?
You can't even shoot
LeBron?
1%, bro.
Shut
Don't
the
even
fuck up,
talk.
Oh
Adam.
my god.
You can't
like
even guard me, bro. Get off the court.
you can't compare LeBron to Giannis, bro. Not a chance, bro.
Okay, no,
Absolutely
based
not.
on rings, no. Right now you can't because he
I'm
doesn't
not even
have
talking about
the
rings, bro.
No, it's not even based
Not
off
about
ring.
ring.
It's based off skill, right? Because LeBron
No.
could pretty much do everything, right? He could score,
true,
he could
that's true.
pass the ball, right?
Okay,
He's-
I'm saying LeBron obviously is better player. We're not saying who's a better player. I'm saying he could be one of those players that gets up to 6 rings. He could potentially
No,
actually be a
no,
Hawk.
Well, you think he can do that with this talent that's around him, bro? Like with this Brooklyn team, with this Lakers team,
Not with
all these crazy
no.
teams around. You think like he's that much better?
Not with this, like only this team. Like over the years, like getting more players, better players too, and then he'd still be able to get those rings. In general, though, if it wasn't Milwaukee, like if we weren't talking East and we're doing Western Conference, I'd pick the Lakers, bro. LeBron's my boy right now. LeBron is,
Yeah, like I said,
I run in the
he's
paint
the
with
biggest
him.
bandwidth.
Biggest
You'll see
bandwidth.
out there,
Listen,
bro.
listen.
I want LeBron to get 6 rings, though.
Alright.
No, you know why? I only want LeBron to get 6 rings, so then they can actually debate properly on
What do you
who
mean,
who the
actually debate?
goal would be. Because everybody keeps
I don't
just
think there's
saying one
ever a
thing, it's
rings
a
debate,
ring.
bro.
They always bring up the rings, and they're like, "Yo, he's never in the conversation until he has a ring. Until he has 6 rings, that's when they're
No,
gonna."
no, no. Okay, no. You could. I don't agree with that. I feel like LeBron
I don't
right
agree with that
now.
either.
No. I don't agree with you, bro. I feel like LeBron. It doesn't matter how many rings he has. He's always gonna be in that GOAT discussion, man.
100%.
Let's
Yo,
say even if he retires. Let's say even if he retires after this season, I feel like he'll still be in that GOAT discussion. Just because
Exactly.
LeBron, like I said, he's great at everything, right? It doesn't matter about scoring or whatnot, right? Like he's like a role model of what every basketball player wants to
should
be,
be,
yeah.
basically, right?
He's on the cover of the athlete page, right? He even got
Yeah.
that.
He's like one of the most like recognized celebrities in the like about
Celebrities in the
athletes in the
world,
world.
yeah.
Like
Yo, but okay,
yeah.
now we're talking about LeBron.
Yeah,
bro.
that's a different
you
discussion.
think-
The GOAT discussion's a
Actually,
completely
no, we're not
different
gonna talk about GOAT discussion, but now I
You don't
now I
wanna
try
have
to answer you. Now I try to quickly ask you, bro. Do you think LeBron is respected like how he needs to be respected or no?
Yeah, he is.
Okay,
I
in
feel
terms
like
of
at
basketball
this
or in
point,
terms of like overall?
Like not overall. I feel like basketball, right? Because LeBron always says, right? Even when he was like when he even won his third or fourth ring,
Yeah.
sorry, third ring, right? He still demanded respect. Like no one still like that's always what he said,
You mean
bro.
the
Like
last
even
ring,
in his
right?
interviews,
That was the
his
fourth. That
last,
was the
yeah, even
fourth.
his
That was the
last.
fourth. Yeah, yeah.
So he always wanted respect, right? Like this guy, I don't know, bro. Like does he not
No,
seem like he's respected?
he gets annoyed that people always discuss about the goal with him. Like, who do you think the goal should be? Like with him, he gets annoyed at that question, and he's like, put
Right.
respect on all three of our name. He doesn't. He wants all three of them to be respected equally.
Which interview did you watch, bro? I know you watched that interview.
I watched that interview. I watched it
I
on
know you did,
Instagram.
bro.
I watched it on Instagram. I
no,
watched
but
it on
you know,
Instagram.
a lot of these players are like humbling now, right? Like
Mhm.
they don't really care about
It-
GOAT status, right?
Oh,
I watched
status,
an
yeah, yeah.
interview with KD the other day, and they're like, "Do you think KD's like there was an interviewer asking KD himself, they're like, do you think KD is like one of the best all time players?" And he was really humble about it. He's like, I don't really care about that.
It's
He's
crazy.
like, he's like, what I care about is I want to be the best version of myself.
I'm Kevin Durant.
And
You know who I am.
no, you idiot. He's basically saying that he doesn't care if he's considered the GOAT or not, right?
Right.
What he cares about is how he's playing.
Mm-hmm. Which
Right?
I can
And
respect.
he wants
Yeah.
to be the best player of himself.
Yeah.
Or sorry, the best version of himself, sorry.
I respect that. You know, like
And I feel like that's what it should be about nowadays, right?
yeah, just becoming like living up to your potential. You know, like LeBron should live up to LeBron potential. I agree. No, 100%. I think that's a good way to look at it. You know, I didn't think Kevin Durant could do, could say something that smart. He doesn't seem like that smart of a guy.
Yeah, he does kind of seem like a douchebag, but
He does,
you know.
especially with the burners and stuff. I don't know, man.
Exactly.
The burners.
No, but
uh,
yeah, that interview like it really changed my perspective of like how I think about like Kevin Durant.
no more cupcake chance for him. For
What do
him
you
leaving KD. Come on, bro. You don't remember that? He went to the Warriors.
Oh,
Cupcake.
Yeah,
Yeah,
honestly,
what
but,
about that?
okay,
though?
Yeah.
no, but we can okay now okay we can all say yeah we can all hate him on like, going through the Warriors, right? But no, but now we can say that about fucking Harden as well. He can be
Yeah, but
like,
no one's
oh,
gonna say
everyone
that.
can just no one's gonna say that, but people can say, oh yeah, Harden only came to the Nets just to win a championship ring,
No,
right?
They
but
they haven't won a championship yet, right? It's
I
not
know,
like it's a
but
winning team and they've
the
added a
thing,
great piece.
but the thing is, this is how people would see it as, right? Like
Mhm.
they're gonna be like, this is a stacked team now, right? They're
Right.
100% gonna win, right? Some people
You
are
think they're
really
100%
like
gonna win, bro?
optimistic, right?
Nah, I mean,
But there's some people are really
I
optimistic,
mean,
right?
like,
They're
yeah,
gonna be
like I agree with Rom. Like, if you think of it this way, like Harden, KD, and Kyrie, like they're one of like the top players in the league right now, right?
hey,
So if you have them all on one team, like I guess like everyone's gonna think like he just went there for the
oh
ring,
yeah.
for
I
the
mean,
chip.
Chip, that's
yeah,
it, right?
That's
So
that's what Brooklyn's doing, right? Like
But
it's
didn't
an
he say
all-in
that?
thing.
No,
yeah,
didn't he also say that in his interview too that he's leaving Houston because he doesn't think it's championship contending, and
Yeah,
I
he
mean,
wants to, and he's
I
like
feel like
because he's
always
almost.
hated Houston, right?
he's always.
I don't think he's
But no,
hating
he
it.
I
also
feel
said
like
no. But in the interview recently, he just said that he's like he wants to use his skills right now, which he's in his prime, and use it to win a championship, and that's why he thinks Brooklyn is the best. He just said that recently.
Yeah, so he's just making a good team great. That's all he's doing. Like
that's
I mean,
all
this
he's doing,
happened
really,
before,
right?
right?
That's
Like
it.
friggin' what do you call it? Like the Heat, right? Like you had Dwayne Wade and you had LeBron James, right? And then Chris Bosh is
LeBron
like,
James,
okay,
yeah.
I will sign here, right? That's what happened, right? Like that's the same thing that happened here. KD,
Yeah, yeah.
Kyrie are there, and they're like, okay, I will come here because you have two great players here. Like that's just what it's come down to, right?
Mm.
So I mean, it's good, like whatever, like it's.
All right, Zed, let me ask you this: Do you
Sure.
think he would do better with another team? Harden?
I think he would play to his full potential on another team because he's a very
Like
ball
which
dominant
team?
player.
Like, what team would you suggest him to go?
Okay.
Good
So
question,
which
bro.
team would I want to put James Harden on?
Yeah.
Honestly, I think he would do very good on the Bucks. I think he would do
Yes.
really, really well in the Bucks.
Yeah,
I'd agree with that.
I agree with that.
I'd agree with
100%.
that. I'd also kind of put him with Philly.
Philly? Oh yeah,
No,
I
no,
feel
no,
like he'd fit
no.
in really well with
No, I
Ben
think
Simmons
Phil-
and Joel Embiid.
100%.
Because you gotta remember, Ben Simmons, he's not really a scorer, right?
No. He's a playmaker.
He's a playmaker, right?
Yeah,
And then
and
I guess
he's a big guy.
Embiid, and yeah, he's a big guy. But I feel like Embiid right now is their main scorer, right?
100%. Yeah.
Correct
But
me if
isn't
I'm
it kind
wrong,
of
but-
similar to like how when Jimmy Butler went to Philly, and he left it to when Jim, because he's a shooting guard too, isn't he?
He's a
Jimmy
shooting guard.
Butler?
He's not like a shooter, bro. He's more of a slasher, you know? Like, he'll go into the paint, he'll
Yeah.
look at the
But
he's not a
James
pickup.
Harden does that too, right? Well, nah, he's
He can,
working
bro.
on his three.
But see, like, that would be a
He
great
can.
combo, bro, with Embiid, bro. Like,
No,
you
because
can run a great pick and roll.
like right now he's been running in the paint, but he's also been doing threes. But Jimmy Butler's been doing that
The
too.
thing is, like, he spreads
But-
the floor, right? Right now, they
Yeah.
don't spread the floor.
Exactly. Like, you know, like me and Zed were lethal with the pick and roll every time we play, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, you
That's
know
that's
how it
what
is.
Harden likes, right? I
There's
feel
some-
like
I
I feel
mean,
like that pick
yo,
and roll.
Zed can only Zed's only big, bro. That's why he like he's a fucking
So
giant
Zed's
ball
like
hunter,
Giannis.
bro. Like, bro,
The Giannis,
I'm
yeah.
looking one way, I'm turning the other. I'm like,
Brick
bro,
wall,
this
you
guy's
fam, a
I'm
brick wall.
like, he's a brick wall. I'm like, yo,
Yeah,
why is
but-
he here, bro?
You gotta understand, right? The pick and roll, like it spreads out the floor. So either if you roll, like
Yeah.
the guy who set the screen could slash, right?
You
And
can-
it's-
you can flash.
And
Understand.
if you're Harden, right, you could just step back and shoot. Or
Yeah.
So-
you could
Yo,
play
but
away.
we all know Harden doesn't step back, bro. This guy takes like 5 steps back, bro, and then he's
Yeah,
gonna shoot the ball. You know when he's comfortable. You know what I'm saying?
No, but the thing is with Embiid, it's so lethal because like Embiid can pick and pop, right? Like Harden used to do this with Capella, right? Like he'd run the pick and roll, he'd like floater or he could lob it, right?
Yeah.
He used to do that.
Yeah.
But now with Embiid, like you can run a crazy pick and pop, you can do pick and roll, you have so many
Exactly.
more options. Plus, like when Embiid's like down there, right? He's not gonna get double teamed as much. So that would honestly be a great match, and it's not
I
as
feel like,
active a
yeah.
team, right?
I feel like he'd
Simmons-
fit in really well with Philly. That
Yeah.
was my point.
Here-
Do you think he would
Honestly,
ever have came to Toronto? Do you think he
No,
ever
he-
would have
James
came to
Harden?
Toronto?
Why?
He would not be a good fit here, bro.
Yeah, bro, we have Van Vliet and Lowry.
Yeah,
Like, what do you
we have Van
what do you
Vliet,
need?
Lowry.
Don't you think if
Bro.
we had James Harden here, it would benefit us?
Okay,
Nah.
yeah, I
Nah.
mean he's a good player, but I mean like it's not gonna be as he's not gonna play to his potential.
Like
you know what I
we
mean?
have
Like,
good team chemistry,
you know who
right?
was a
And
really good fit here? DeMar DeRozan, man.
Martin Rose.
100%,
Bro, he was
He
he didn't leave.
He did really
He
well with the
committed.
Raptors.
100%.
The only thing was, bro, everybody knew he stank, bro. That man stank in the
No,
locker
no,
room.
but my point was like, you know, he fit in really well with the group, right?
Oh,
Because
yeah.
like obviously DeMar
Chemistry.
DeRozan isn't really a shooter, right?
Yeah. Well, he's a mid-range guy, yo.
He's a mid-range guy, but he's not
Mid-range
really
slasher.
like a three-point specialist or something.
Yo, but
You
in
wouldn't
my
rely on-
opinion, bro, I think Kawhi fit in way better in the Raptors than DeMar DeRozan ever did, bro. Because
Yeah,
I don't know, like the way that I see them play, bro, with like Kawhi, bro, is like they had like a lot of chemistry. Like everyone's chemistry was like phenomenal, right? Like yo,
Just that kind of
I
season.
don't think Kawhi had that big of bro.
bro,
Did you see that one video where this man who
Norman
was it,
Powell?
Fred VanVleet? He's trying to ask him to dab him up, and
Oh, there's
this
Norman
man's
Powell.
like,
There's Norman Powell.
Norman
Yeah,
Powell,
Norman Powell.
right?
Give him the finger, bro. He's like that way.
Yeah, he's like, yo, look that way. I'm not focusing on this, yo.
Yeah.
He was still personal to himself. You know, he kept to himself. He wasn't that kind of person.
Yo,
Still.
I
the
mean,
way
like
I
Norman
see it-
Powell, he's kind of a trash box too.
He kind of is.
Come on, respect the man. He's still pretty good.
I honestly wouldn't dab him up too if I was on his team.
Yo,
right?
the way I see that, bro, this guy brought like something out of like the Raptors, bro. Like he like brought a new energy out of them.
Because we
I
knew
feel
we
like-
had we could contend. Because he
I
was
feel like
playing good.
him and
Like DeMar
Siakam
DeRozan-
had good chemistry.
But DeMar DeRozan, he couldn't do that for our team. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
he couldn't bring out like that. Like
But look. Listen to like DeMar DeRozan. Literally, when he started getting good and he was doing nice like shooting and everything,
yeah,
and how
100%.
we remember how we did a really good career that season. I think.
Yeah. Yo, I'm
But
not hating
after,
DeMar
no,
DeRozan.
I'm saying after that, that's when they traded. Literally, he peaked and he
Peaked,
was
yeah,
doing good, and they traded him. If
Traded
we
him,
kept him, maybe we could have gotten another championship.
Okay, Zed, let
We
me ask you
maybe
this:
could have done that.
Do you think DeMar's doing better with the Spurs than he was with the Raptors?
I want to know that too.
Nah, I don't think so. I mean, he's still.
Really?
I don't think he's playing to his full potential either in the Spurs. Like Spurs.
Do you think
put a
his full
very-
potential was with the Raptors?
I think the Raptors have really great development, right? Like I think because he was developed here in Toronto, like he kind of fit into this offense, right? Whereas
Yeah.
Pop, like
Yeah.
he's great at developing players, but like I feel like when you're with a coach for long enough, like you kind of like learn tendencies and stuff, right?
He got really comfortable as well. You know, that's the thing. Like that was a really big thing. He got really comfortable as well.
I think DeMar's learning to like play out of his comfort zone, which is good. Like, he's getting better for sure.
He's gonna be
And-
he's improving on himself. That's a great thing, you know.
Yeah. No, fair enough. Okay, hold on. I wanna like finish this topic. Okay, so we got Sultan with the Boston, Ram with the Nets, Adam obviously with the Bucks.
Brooklyn.
Uh,
Bucks. Yeah.
nice, bro. You really hot teams that quick, eh?
Nah.
I don't know.
Not
I'm not
bad.
gonna bet
Not
you, bro.
bad.
You're gonna bet
No, chill, yo.
Okay. I'm gonna have to say it's probably the Bucks, bro. I feel like it's either the Bucks or Philly.
You know it.
I think Philly has a really good chance of doing it. I don't know. They've
Really?
been playing extremely well. Embiid's been playing well. I think if Embiid stays consistent throughout the season, I think they have a great chance. And if Simmons steps it up, they're the top seed in the East right now. But I mean, obviously that doesn't mean much. But great defense. They have some great guys. Like especially on the bench, Shake Milton, Dwight Howard, Seth Curry, Thibault. Like it's a great
Danny
team,
Green.
honestly. Like overall, isn't he starting?
Did you just say Danny Green?
Danny Green's starting, no?
Danny Green's on
He's,
Philly.
he's off the bench, right?
Is he off the bench?
No.
I thought he's starting.
I don't think so.
Well, whatever. I like honestly, even if he's off the bench, like he's still. I think he's great. Like I think like it. He adds to. He's not scoring well, but like if he can, like.
Yeah, I feel like
doing
he
his
could spread
purpose,
out the floor, but like
Defense.
you can't really rely on him, right? To like
Yeah,
score.
that's the problem. He's not like JJ Redick. Like JJ Redick was a different breed, man. I'm telling you, this guy was
JJ Redick was
great,
really good, man.
especially in Philly, man. He was great.
I
But
mean,
yeah,
he's in the
okay.
back end of his career, so he's kind of
Yeah.
bad right now. But
Yeah,
I feel like he fit in really well.
for sure. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna go with Philly. So we got Philly. Rom's got the Nets. Sultan's got the
Boston.
Boston Celtics, and the Adams got the Bucks. We got 4 different teams. I think that's good. Like add some spice. Okay, who do you guys think is gonna win the championship? This is a better question.
Lakers.
All right.
Yeah,
Lakers.
Lakers.
That's a great
Obviously,
question.
Lakers.
The bandwagoner. It's
Yeah,
Lakers
of
or
course.
Bucks?
Lakers.
Okay,
Just
Rob, give me your
Adam-
two. Okay, like who's gonna?
Okay,
face
so
off?
my okay, so for my Eastern bro, I'm gonna say the Nets. I'm
Okay,
just
the
I'm gonna
Nets.
I'm
Yeah.
just gonna stick with them. You know
Consistent.
what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Consistent, and then this
Lakers.
is tough, bro.
Lakers in the
Like,
final.
okay.
Come on, you know this.
I can see that. Yeah, I
You
can see
can
the
see
Lakers.
that,
in the
right?
finals.
Lakers.
Yeah, I
You
can
can
see
see
I
that.
can see
You can
Lakers
see
and
it.
Nets in the
You can see it,
playoffs.
bro.
I can see that happening 100%.
I don't want that to happen, bro. Kyrie and LeBron again.
Do you know who I would really want to see, bro? Like in the finals?
Who?
Yo, the Warriors and the Nets. That's one crazy matchup.
Well,
I
like
would like
the
to see.
fully healthy Warriors or like these
I
Warriors?
would want the
Like-
healthy Warriors.
The fully healthy
So
Warriors.
you're not gonna get-
That would
maybe
be
that's the next year
great.
thing.
Next year thing, but
Yeah.
that would be insane to watch.
No, for sure. I think so. Let me see. I think.
What you said?
Okay, so I think it would be the Lakers and I think I don't know. It's a toss up between the Lakers and the Clippers. Clippers have been playing extremely well too, so I think it really depends on the Clippers, right? But I'll say the Clippers. I'll say the Clippers in Philly. I think we'll see them in the finals.
The thing is, Zed, I just think Lakers are 100% gonna go into the finals just because LeBron hasn't missed a single finals right now, bro.
What do you mean?
But
He
the
missed
thing
one
is,
2
bro,
years ago.
The thing is,
Which
bro,
one was that for? I
He
mean,
didn't
that
make
was
the
when he
playoffs.
wasn't even playing, though. That was when he wasn't
No,
even
but
playing.
Adam,
wasn't even
it's
playing.
not. The Lakers are gonna go to the finals not based off LeBron, right?
yeah,
You can't
100%.
just be like, oh, just because LeBron isn't playing, no, Lakers aren't going.
No, the Clippers have stepped up a lot, bro. Like, PG's
Yeah,
doing way
exactly.
better.
My
Like,
kind of
PG's doing
my
better.
choice, like I feel like it's between both of the LAs, right? So it's either
LA
the
teams, yeah.
Lakers or the Clippers, because the
Clippers,
Clippers,
yeah.
they've gotten their shit together, like
Together, yeah.
like
And then how about
Paul
from the
George,
East, though?
he's back playing like I feel like at one of his best. Kawhi's been
I still
playing
think
pretty
that guy's
good
a shit
too,
box.
right?
Pretty good,
Like,
yeah.
and then you got like
then how about
people
from the
like
East
Pat Beverly on the defensive end, right?
Nicholas Batum, bro. They picked him up. Great pickup. Great pickup.
Nicholas
My guy,
Batum.
bro. Serge Ibaka,
Oh,
Zubac,
my.
Reggie Jackson. I mean, that's a great team, bro. It's Patrick Patterson. That guy was on the Raptors. He's an OG Raptor.
Yeah.
Who? Which player?
Patrick Patterson, bro. Patrick Patterson.
You don't remember
He's
Patterson?
that guy, bro.
I don't
that
remember
guy
him.
too,
I wasn't into.
Patterson was sick. I remember
wasn't into
Patterson
ball.
was sick because he could shoot the ball too, right?
Yeah.
I don't
He's
know
like a
about
better
now, but
Siakam.
on the Raptors, like he could shoot the ball.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. So who you got winning, bro? Who you got winning the championship? The Clippers or the Celtics?
Me?
Yeah.
I'll tell you this, like I've never really cheered for LeBron, right? So
Damn.
it's
This guy's
not
bringing
really...
emotion back into it again. Come on, bro.
I don't know. No, it's just something like I've never really cheered for LeBron, right?
Okay, fair.
But yeah, I feel like Los Angeles has a good chance.
Which
For
the
me,
Clippers
it's-
or the Lakers?
Sorry, the Lakers. They have a good chance, but I'd still give it over to the Clippers above the Lakers.
Okay, so it's Clippers and Celtics in the finals. Who you got?
That's who I believe.
You
Who
want
I
Celtics?
got?
Yeah.
He wants Celtics, bro. He loves Celtics way more.
Yeah, I want the
Celtics
Celtics
deserves
to
it.
win, but if it's between the two, then I'd give it to the Clippers, man.
Really? I wouldn't
Clippers-
expect you to give it to
Clippers-
Boston.
No, Clippers are a really good offensive and defensive team, right? That's the
But
thing.
so is the Celtics. No, you don't
The
think
Celtics, bro. The Celtics has really
they
good
got
defense
Marcus
and offense.
Smart?
I
They
mean-
got Jalen Brown. They got Tatum's kind of a liability. Kemba's the only liability I see. Like honestly.
No, but you gotta remember they had like they're two big men. The guy, what's that white dude's name?
Zubac?
Theus?
Oh,
Isis?
Thias.
Bro, Thias is a
Yeah,
trash
but
box,
who do-
bro.
Yeah, like him. They have who else? Tristan Thompson, I think. But you know, like, you
Wait,
can't
they have
really
Tristan
rely on those
Thompson?
guys.
Tristan
Right?
Thompson, you could rely on. Yo, I think he's reliable.
He's like a
Just because he's got the
double-double.
Kardashian curse doesn't mean he's not reliable.
Eh,
Shut up, bro.
You know what I mean? Like,
Nah, man,
he's
it's
got
in
the curse,
general.
but he's still reliable.
Nah, Tristan Thompson,
Uh,
like, not really a reliable guy.
But I mean, he's fine at getting rebounds, bro. I don't know.
Bro,
what
he's
you're talking about.
Canadian.
Like,
What you
he's-
got
yeah.
against him?
That's all we need him to do, right? Like he just goes, gets rebounds. Like Thompson and these, like, yeah, rebounds, shoot it to your volume scorers. You know, like they play great, like, team basketball. That's the thing. They don't have to play iso ball. It's not like,
That's the ball, yeah. That's good fact.
you know, like they can. Like Jason, you can give the ball to Tatum, and you know he'll put someone in the post, put someone in an iso, and you'll score. But like, I mean, overall, I think, you know, they play great chemistry. They have great chemistry. They play great team basketball, and you know they got that Spurs offense, man. They keep passing, great
Yes,
passes.
sir.
Marcus
Spurs
offense.
Smart, bro. He's been shooting great from three. Like I think it's a great team, man. Like I think they have a great shot against the Clippers if they do play.
Nah, man, you know who I think is gonna make the finals?
Who?
Detroit and Minnesota, bro.
Shut
Worst
up.
Detroit?
Worst teams in the season.
Worst team, bro.
Minnesota is consistently the worst team in the league every year, bro. They just have a record, bro. Like it's just how it is, you know. It doesn't matter if they have great players. You can have Karl Anthony Towns, Andrew Wiggins. You can have the first pick 3 years in a row. You'll still be a
Exactly, yeah.
dog shit team because Cat's soft. He's a fucking softie, and Andrew. I mean, yeah.
His name says it.
What's his name? Fucking Andrew.
Carl Anthony Towns.
No, the other guy, man. Fuck,
Oh.
Andrew Wiggins. Andrew Wiggins is a shitbox
Oh,
too, bro.
Andrew.
No work ethic. He's garbage. This is why Jimmy left him, bro. But I just want to put that out there, you know. Carl Anthony
Yeah.
Towns is soft, like Sherman. He's trash, and then Andrew Wiggins is a dumpster, basically. So like that's why they're so bad. They have D'Lo now, but still like. They got Anthony Edwards too, who's another shitbox. Great job, man. Fucking Minnesota. I don't know what the fuck Minnesota's going through, bro. They're like, oh, number one, we have to get him number one, bro. He's rated number one, we have to.
Number one's always the best.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like these
Yeah.
past few years, like Minnesota just hasn't figured out what they want to do as a team, right?
You're
Like
fucking retarded.
they have like really like miscellaneous players, right? It's all mixed up.
They had decent players, bro. I mean, even now, man, you got Mike Beasley, D'Angelo Russell, Anthony Edwards, Jarrett Culver. Like, obviously, these aren't like great players, but like, you have Cat. I don't know, man. Like, they don't.
So
Cat's been injured, right?
He's been injured. Yeah.
Yeah,
No, he got COVID, yo.
Yeah, you got COVID.
he got COVID.
It's
Shit.
tough.
Yeah, I mean that's
Yeah.
the same thing with like Tatum, right? Tatum's been recovering too.
Yeah. I mean,
He got
hopefully-
COVID too?
Yeah, he's been out since like the 10th, I think.
Yeah, he's been gone for a while.
Shit, damn, I didn't know.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is, man. It's tough. But yeah, yo. Okay, so wait, I got Sultan.
Prayers
So
up,
Sultan,
guys.
you think the prayers up. You
So
think
I think
the
Clips in Boston.
Clips in Boston? Who's winning?
Clips.
Clips. Okay, you got Clips. Ram, you got the. Who do you have? I didn't. Ask
I
you.
got Nets right now.
Yeah, you got the Nets. Adam, you got the Lakers.
Lakers
I
of
think it's
Brooklyn, bro. Anyone.
I think it's gonna be the Clippers, and I think the Clippers will beat the fucking Sixers, bro.
The Sixers?
Yeah, I mean, like, look, it's so weird because they have great big men. Like the Sixers have great big men, but like, Clippers have great, like, you know, small forward, shooting guard.
It's
you know?
small forward, shooting guard. Yeah,
I, mean,
yeah.
I think Ben Simmons can clamp PG or Kawhi, both of them, bro. I think he'll clamp both of them. I'm
I
telling you,
think
Ben
I don't
Simmons.
think
Pat Beverly could clamp Ben
Bro,
Simmons,
I-
man.
Yeah, but he doesn't score. That's the thing. Like, he doesn't need to score. Like, but
Yeah.
look, I'm telling you, bro. Matisse Thybulle on Paul George, and you put Ben Simmons on Kawhi Leonard. That team is not scoring. That team is not scoring.
Man.
I'm telling you, bro. Thybulle's nasty.
Listen,
Like, you don't understand.
you give
Underrated.
Ben Simmons more credit than what he deserves.
Bro,
man.
he's literally like he made what first team all defense, bro. He's one of the best defensive players in the league.
I mean, that's
by
because
far, bro.
you gotta recognize that he's one of the biggest guards, right? So he's mostly
yeah.
guarding like smaller players.
Okay,
right?
but even put him at small,
That's just
bro.
like-
He can guard anyone, bro, up to like a small forward. Like he obviously can't guard powers. Like he's not guarding Anthony Davis or like anyone like decently
Mhm.
big, but like he's not guarding KD, right? Like he's too tall. But he'll guard Kawhi, he'll guard PG. Like these guys aren't like super crazy, bro. Not super fast. They're just like
Kawhi, obviously he's not super fast.
he's
but
strong.
Kawhi-
For sure.
He's strong, right? But like he can also make his own shot, right? Like in the
Mhm.
post. I don't remember when they went off against I think it was the Clippers. When Toronto and the Clippers were in the finals, and it was Paul George guarding Kawhi.
Trying on the West. In
Do
the
you remember that?
finals. What do you mean?
No, I don't think it was in the finals, but I'm just talking about in general. I think it was
Just one of the games.
there's
just one of
there's
the
a few
season.
games. There's a few games where it was Kawhi would end up PG. I'm giving you an example. Like PG would guard Kawhi, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're both evenly strong and tall, I guess, right? But like Kawhi, he can create his own shot. That's what I
Oh
believe.
yeah. I don't think he can. He's a great ISO player, but like, I don't know, man. Ben is a great defender. Like I don't think people give him enough credit, bro. I think you're giving like, even on bigger guys, I think he's great. Like he's fast, he's strong, he's tall, lanky. Like,
Ben Simmons.
yeah, man. I think
Ben
he's great.
Simmons is a good. I think if you like, how like how Giannis and AD like they actually got bigger and like buffer.
Yeah.
I think if he does that, maybe he can
mean,
like
he's
get to
pretty
his full
big and
potential.
I mean, he is a pretty big guy, right? He's
Yeah,
not
100%.
scrawny or anything.
He's
He's
I
not
a
feel
big
like
guy,
he's
right?
lengthy. Like the last time I checked, but I haven't looked at a picture of him or seen him recently. But
No,
to me, he just looks like a really lanky guy,
He's quick, bro.
like
He lifts
KD. Like
too much weight.
how KD is. You know how KD is. I
He's
feel
not
like he's
KD, bro. He's
no,
His
but
proportions
like
are
I
pretty
feel like
normal.
he can't like go in the paint like how KD can. Like if he's like KD and he can push into the paint,
No.
then that's gonna be a game changer.
He does, bro. But the thing is, he plays point, right? So he can body the guards around, but like.
Yeah,
It's a
that's what I was
little bit
saying.
big
Like,
on
yeah,
it.
you can give him a lot of defensive credit, but that's because he's guarding mostly like smaller defense.
But he has
Oh,
he
yeah,
has
yeah,
he
yeah.
has
Thing, bro.
height. They put him on that. But what if they change
him
him
on smalls.
to shooting or what do you
They're
call
not
it?
gonna
Power
train him a
forward?
shooting guard.
They're not gonna
Do
do
you
that because he
think he would
can't,
be?
Yeah.
right?
But what if they change him? They could put him on power
Put him on
forward, can't
small.
they?
They
No,
can't,
not power.
man.
They
They
put him on
can't, 'cause
small.
Yeah, no.
you gotta like
Oh no,
his
sorry, power.
role.
No, small.
His role is to set up the plays, right? A
Yeah,
small
exactly.
forward, unless you're LeBron, right? You don't set up plays.
I mean, yeah. I mean, like even the Sixers aren't really like a conventional team, right? It's not like they have conventional rules. Like, I think he's.
It's a really unorthodox team, eh?
Yeah, for sure. Especially with Ben. Like Ben just. It's yeah.
But he fits in really well.
he
I
fits
feel like he
in.
fits in really well with the
He's
Phillies.
just not playing well. That's the problem, right? Like he has his on and off spurts, which is.
No, he plays good too. It's just like he's not really a stat line guy,
He's not
right?
a stat line guy, and he's not super consistent, bro. Like I don't want him to like score like 30 points every game, but just be like fairly consistent, in your rebounding and your
Yeah.
your assisting. He does do a lot of the play calling too, so I don't think it's bad. But yeah, I still think the Clippers would probably take it over them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
So you said Clippers win the chip. I said Clippers win the chip. Adam says Lakers, I think,
Yeah, Lakers. Someone
and then Rom says Brooklyn.
yeah.
And that's for all the way.
Yeah. So finally, me and Zed finally agree on something.
I like
No, you guys-
It's crazy, bro.
You guys never agree on
You guys
anything,
gotta clap on this, guys. Everybody, listen, clap on this.
Shut
These
up.
two don't.
Come on, bro.
They
I
don't
just,
get
talk,
along.
I just talk facts and
Stop.
logic, bro. That's all it
They
is.
don't
You
get
guys just
along,
don't
man.
understand, man. These guys don't understand, bro. I'm telling you. It
It's
just
all good, man. It's your podcast, you know. So
Shut
we'll allow you. We'll allow you.
Shut your fucking mouth.
We
Okay,
won't butcher.
okay.
We won't butcher you.
Nice. Then. Okay, so who do you think? Let's talk MVPs. Let's talk MVPs. Who do you guys think is going to be the
Okay.
league MVP? I need one name. One name. You know,
One name.
One name. Everyone. One name. All right, Adam. Start.
No, I'm not. Skip
One
me
name.
first. I can't.
All right, fine.
Just-
I know. I think you guys will know who I'm gonna pick.
Yeah, he's
You
gonna.
already know.
Yeah, we
I
do.
want LeBron to get it.
Okay, then why don't you just say that? What the fuck? Why
Yeah,
are you...
say it, bro.
Like, you guys don't know. That's LeBron. I want LeBron to get
Keep riding
MVP.
all the way.
No, he's bandwagon all the way, but it's okay. We get it, bro.
Bro, I just want him to get what he deserves, bro.
Right.
Bro, he already has what he deserves, bro.
But if Toronto was doing good and everyone was there, I'd vote for Toronto.
No, I said
Toronto's
MVP, man.
But no, I mean Toronto.
bro.
Toronto's MVP. I said Kyle
You're
Lowry.
gonna say Kyle Lowry
Toronto
is MVP.
Kyle Lowry for
Your opinion
MVP.
does not
Imagine
matter,
that.
bro.
Imagine
fine.
that. Imagine that though.
Bro, you're
Kyle Lowry as
dreaming, bro.
MVP.
What are you talking about?
No,
Man?
man. I don't think
But
that
he is Toronto's MVP though. Every time.
Yeah, I just realized I wasn't recording the video. For now.
Oh
funny.
my.
Oh, bro, that's
I had
fucked,
everything
bro.
set up and I didn't record it. That's so funny. Holy
No!
shit, okay. No, I'm recording the audio. Don't worry. But yeah, I just wanted to
Okay,
say
okay.
that. Shit.
Wait, what do you
okay.
mean you didn't record?
There's a video and an audio part, right? So
Oh, okay.
I didn't
Yeah,
record
then
the video part.
As long as you have the audio, man.
Yeah, the audio's fine. Yeah. Holy shit, that's
You know, I
so
was literally about to shut this shit down. I was like, yeah,
I'm
not
like,
talking-
yo, bro,
like,
we-
I'm not talking for like another
Bro,
hour.
we've been talking for like an hour and a half now. I'm like,
yeah,
oh
it's
my.
55 minutes away. But okay. So we got Adam, we got LeBron, Sultan. Who you got?
As an MVP?
Yeah, who's your MVP?
Fuck, man. Who I'm rooting for?
Gonna say
Tatum?
KD. Oh, Tatum.
No.
Okay, Tatum?
Who I'm rooting for right now is Tatum. Maybe Luca too.
Luka?
Luka, yeah.
is unbelievable, man. Like
Oh,
this
yeah.
guy is crazy player, man.
100%.
You could say like he's just a triple double machine, man. That's just what it is.
Okay, I mean fair enough, but then if
But
you're
that's-
gonna say
that's-
Luka, why don't you say Jokic?
Yeah, no, I was gonna say like those guys are my top three, like Tatum, Luca, or Jokic. Jokic, unbelievable player, man. Unbelievable
Incredible.
for his size.
For his size
Right?
and his weight and shit, bro, and his
Exactly.
And his age?
not athleticism, bro.
Yo,
This guy
yeah,
is-
when I first saw him playing, I'm like, yo, this guy's such a fat ass. Man. I'm like, what is he gonna do? Like, he honestly reminded me of like Kendrick Perkins or some shit, you know?
yeah.
But like
But
no,
he's
but
nasty.
when I see him play, right? Like it doesn't look like
He's that
Jokic,
big.
you know? It looks like a machine that's
He's
playing in
pretty crafty,
Jokic's body.
Yeah, bro. He's got like Professor DNA, bro. Like I'm telling you, this guy's crafty, bro.
He's really nice, man. Like, but yeah, I'd say I can't decide between the three, but I'm rooting for Tatum.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, those are my top
Luka.
three, man. Like,
Okay.
unbelievable players.
I think those are fair picks. Rom,
You already know, bro. KD.
KD.
That's
oh
it.
my lord. Okay.
That's all I can say, bro. I have to stay loyal, bro. That's it.
All right. I mean, I respect it. He's on a great team. He's gonna be. He's pretty.
But my
good.
other pick, bro, if I had to choose someone else,
You're gonna
bro,
pick LeBron, right?
no, Curry, bro.
Curry.
Curry?
Mm,
Let's
I
take
think
it.
that depends on if they make the playoffs or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, like, I don't think Curry's been playing the best
Super well, yeah.
of like how he's played like the past few years, right?
The past 3 years, yeah, 100%. But you know, like I still like Curry as like as an NBA player. But yeah, I hopefully he can get back to like where he used to be.
For sure. No, I think it'll come soon. Okay.
What about
Alright,
you,
so-
Zed?
I got some spicy ones, bro.
Okay,
So-
pick one first and then tell us your top.
Okay, my one would be Jokic. Like if we're talking about
Yes.
most valuable player,
The Joker.
I'm
Okay.
gonna say Jokic because this guy does so much for his team. He has the highest PER in the
Exactly, yeah.
league, bro. Like he's literally that team, bro. Jamal Murray's great. He's a great volume scorer.
I mean,
has some
like
good
he's
pieces
dropped
around.
down a bit, right, Jamal Murray?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like he's not playing like playoff Murray. Like that guy
Exactly.
is insane, bro. But I think he's still a great second option. You have guys like Paul Millsap, Gary Harris, stuff like that, right? Like he's surrounded by good guys. But I don't know, man. He does so much for that team. Like he's literally the cornerstone of that team. Like it's crazy.
Exactly.
They
Yeah.
rely on him.
Like,
He
you
was
could say the team
rebounding.
relies on him.
100%, bro. Like most valuable. That's what I think. And he's also they're doing really well in the standings right now. Obviously, I don't know if that's gonna change, but wait, I lied. They're not doing that well. They're 7-7. Still pretty decent.
It's
Not
okay.
too
Yeah,
far
it's okay. Team.
It's okay. But considering like the load he carries on his shoulders, it's insane. So my spicier pick, bro, would be. I think you guys know this one, but it's Domantas Sabonis. Honestly,
Oh my
I mean, you guys are gonna laugh.
No,
I'm
no,
gonna
no,
laugh,
no,
bro.
like he has a good explanation for it.
It's
Right? Like
honestly
he
fair.
has been playing. He has been playing.
He
Really
has
well.
been playing
He's
good,
the cornerstone of
100%.
that team, bro.
Ron,
Malcolm
man, he's
Brogdon
on your
is a great
fantasy
scorer.
team, man. Like,
He's on my
He's on your
fantasy team,
fantasy
bro. But
team.
I would. That's like stretching it way too
I'm
much.
not
Bro.
stressing
This
it.
guy.
Okay, most
Who do you
valuable
pick?
player to
Who
his
you
team,
found it?
Domantas Sabonis. Like most valuable to his team, bro. Like honestly, I think the Pacers without Domantas Sabonis would be so much worse. Like, you don't even understand, bro. Like, this team would go from, like, they're fourth in the East right now. I think they have a chance to get, like, a decent playoff spot. If Domantas wasn't there, I assure you, bro, they'd be, like, 12th, 13th. Like, they wouldn't have this record, bro. They'd be, I'm pretty sure, dog shit. Like, they have...
Fam, I honestly don't... I don't even know who this is. Like, I haven't even heard of him.
Who this is, bro?
I don't even know who this is. Like,
Bro,
No, yeah, like Domantas Sabonis is a really slept on person.
Super
But
slept on, bro.
you
Like,
gotta-
I'm
never
literally
hear
trying
his
to
name
search
in
him up.
the
I agree with
How
Zed.
do you spell his name, bro?
Hold on, we'll tell you after. Man.
Like, who is this guy?
No, but you gotta like. I agree with Zed. Like, extremely consistent guy, man. Like, he'll put up
Extremely,
decent numbers. for
Demontis
everything.
Sabonis?
Yes.
yeah.
Indiana Pacers?
Yeah, bro.
No. Toronto
Um,
Raptors.
Toronto Raptors. But
Dog,
yeah,
who the hell is this guy?
bro, he's...
You just googled him.
I don't know what you
I have
Googled him,
no
bro.
clue. No, I've never seen him before.
Because who the fuck watches Pacers games?
I don't.
I've never seen the Pacer game.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm telling you, I think, like, to his team, he's probably one of the most valuable players.
Also, I can see that.
Like, obviously, I'm not talking about in, like, a super, classical sense where it's like, oh, the best player on the most winning team is, like, the MVP. No, but, like,
Yeah.
if this guy was not on this team would be so much worse that they're, like, fucked,
Yeah,
Like, let me see. I'll give you another example of that. I think that would probably be either the Cavs or the Knicks. I think the Knicks, without Paul Millsap, is such a horrible team, bro. Without Paul Millsap, I don't think that team
Yeah,
has
the Knicks in
anything.
general,
Yeah.
like,
The Knicks
horrible
are-
team, man.
Reggie
they're a bad
Bullock.
team.
I just don't even look at it, bro.
No one wants
I don't even look at it. I
Like-
don't know the team.
Like Alfred Payton and RJ Barrett, like they've both been playing good.
Bro,
but
RJ
they're not
Barrett's
co- they're not
trash,
co-
bro. I think he's
they're
been
not-
underperforming.
They're not consistent. That's the thing. They both shoot like almost below 40%, man. Like,
Yeah, no.
right?
And
So
I expect more from RJ Barrett, bro. I thought he was gonna be a great, like, floor general. Like, he's gonna be scoring.
yeah, I
he's
did
gonna
too.
be
Like
dishing.
he was like my second last pick in fantasy draft. I just thought he'd be nice.
Second last.
Second
How's
last.
this gonna
Second
fucking
last.
leave? He's second last.
Wow, that's such a nice move. Not last.
No, because obviously at the end of like the fantasy draft, right? It's
Right.
just left with like players that you
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
really know of, right?
Of course.
And yeah, I thought RJ Barrett would be a good pick, but he's a consistent guy.
Really letting you down, eh?
He's
That's tough.
letting me down, man.
I'll just drop him, bro, real quick.
Yeah, I mean, it's.
I mean, he's
still,
playing really good right now. Like halftime, 18-2-2.
Everyone has their games, bro.
80,
Every dog.
Everyone has a
85%
game, 100%.
field goal.
Yeah.
Oh man, but still, Julius
Who-
Randle
you
is
know
heading
who
that,
else?
right?
Who else let me down, man? Bojan Bogdanovic.
Yo, he used to be nasty, man.
Yeah,
he got
man.
a contract, right? He got a nasty contract too.
With the Utah, but like, I don't know, man. He's been
He just wanted
inconsistent
that
too.
bag, bro. He got that bag, and now he doesn't give a shit, bro. That's what they do, bro.
The
They play
money
that-
gets you, man. The money gets you.
you, bro. He's set now. He doesn't give a fuck. He's like, yo, I got my money. I don't need to play. Like, I don't need to practice. But that's a lot of the NBA, right? Like, they don't. A lot of them don't care about like mastering their craft or anything. They just it's a
Yeah,
job.
100%.
Some
They're
people
like, yo, if I
decide,
can make, if I can make over 50 million, I don't care, bro. That's
yeah,
it.
yeah,
I like
You're
the
playing
Mamba-
basketball
the
and then you
Mamba
go home.
mentality
Yeah.
has been dying out, you know.
It really has, bro. But you still have
It
some
really
of the
has.
It's
players,
literally
right?
about fashion now, right? Like walking into the stadium wearing like these hype ass clothes and then throwing them out the next day.
I mean, yo, they have the money for it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, they can do whatever they want, right? They've
do
earned it.
whatever
Right?
they want. Right?
Yeah, it all depends on
You still
like
have guys.
your personality too, right?
It's not like they're really like stupid with the money now, though, right? They like look at
You
all
think
these
so?
players back in the day. No, but back in the day, look at them now.
Good James
Those people
Harden,
that wear.
Yeah, like you saw that video of Shaq, like when he got his like first like I think like check.
first
Yeah,
round.
and when he
like,
did it, then-
like he spent like he bought like 5 Mercedes for like his whole family.
Exactly.
Like, he almost ran out of money basically.
Exactly.
Same thing with like Allen Iverson.
There you go,
Exactly.
bro. Or Delonte West. Bro, that's so sad, man. I don't understand how you can go from
But you
having
see,
that much money to being.
Now they managed to control it a bit, but also use it on waste.
Just get a
Like
fucking
clothes like
financial
that.
advisor,
Look at
man.
Westbrook. Look at Westbrook, fam.
Yeah, no, I'm saying it's more of like a personality thing, right?
Mhm.
Rather than like if you have money or not. Like you gotta remember, like
Mhm.
there's still people that were like Dirk Nowitzki, you know,
Oh, yeah.
like this guy would bring like his wife's food to games.
Food to his thing, yeah. And like
He'd
Yeah.
wear
the
like he'd
tinfoil
wear, like,
trays.
yeah, exactly.
don't-
He'd wear like the only like 5 suits he owned and shit. Like even though he was like one of like the highest paid.
Down to
Man.
earth, bro. Down to earth.
Down to earth, yeah.
It's like
So
21,
don't-
I
bro.
feel like it's more of a personality thing rather than like I got money and shit.
Well, I think it's also a little bit of an education thing, right? Like if people knew, like, oh, you can grow your wealth, right? Then they would kind of consider it, right? But like when it's
Yeah.
like, yo, I got money, I want materialistic things. When you've never had that, right? A lot of these NBA
Exactly.
players have never
I
had.
mean, that's a mentality you have to have, right? Even not even just like in the NBA, like I guess like in like real world,
well,
right? It's not like, oh,
Yeah.
I got a check, I'm just gonna spend it.
well, this is why you can like really respect a guy like LeBron, right? Like he was that guy that had nothing, bro, and he really like
Yeah.
he did good with his money. I can respect that,
Yeah, I mean, like most of these like great players, right? Like they come from like almost nothing, right? Or I guess
Yeah.
like somewhat of something, right?
John
But
Morant, bro. Did you see like him coming up, bro, with his stepdad and stuff? Man, it's crazy, bro. Like they have some great stories. Like his stepdad would train him every day, bro. Like they went through drills and stuff. Like they really grinded out for what they have, and I respect Ja for that. He's great.
yeah, no, I really like Ja. Ja's a sick player, man.
But still, like you also like when you're judging players, you gotta like separate the player from like personality.
Obviously, his lifestyle and
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
especially that's like a lot of the time we talk about Kyrie like that, right? Like he's a great basketball player. Outside of
Mhm.
basketball, I mean, he's done good things, but like his personality and stuff like that, like I think it's a little bit. I don't know. Like
I
I
feel
People
like
think he's crazy.
he kind of
People
has
think he's
like-
mentally struggling.
he kind of
Bro,
has
if you
like
want to
this
talk about
thought-
personality, bro,
Yeah.
talk about Westbrook's personality, bro.
I don't
That
know.
guy is.
Westbrook outside
I
of
don't know, bro. Like
the NBA.
Yeah, like
I
No,
don't
I-
know him exactly.
the guy kind of seems unstable, bro. Like
You
I
think
don't
so?
know.
I mean, I don't think he's like that normally,
No, that's
bro. I think
only
he's a
during the
very smart
NBA
guy.
game.
yeah, I feel like in games like he just like
He's
I
got
guess like
passion, bro.
mentally like mentally he's really compassionate. I guess like he's really physical too, right? Like
Yeah.
he's a verbal guy too. Like he talks a lot of shit too. Like,
Shit,
Yeah,
way too much
yeah.
shit.
But I mean, yeah, I think, but Westbrook had like a super high SAT score too. You know that, right? Like he got like offers to college. He's not like a
Colleges,
dumb
yeah,
guy.
100%.
He's a smart guy. So
I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
he's like a smart dude, but like back to like Adam's point, like he'll wear like the weirdest shit to like the pre-games, when he
Pre-games, yeah.
comes into like the stadium and shit. Like this guy's like dressed up.
Have you seen him wear that one shirt where it's like,
dressed
just
up like a
ripped?
Oompa
It's
Loompa?
ripped. Oh my god.
oh
yeah.
yeah, like the half.
Have you seen like
always
him
wears
wear a
weird shit,
ripped
bro.
shirt? It's like ripped, like literally stripes are ripped, and you can see his freaking chest
Fashion,
and
bro.
everything.
That's fashion. You don't
Like-
know about it, bro.
Come
Fashion,
on.
man.
All you wear is white
Fashion.
shirts. You don't know about it.
White shirts that are cut up, bro. Literally with scissors.
No,
Right.
man, the best fashion era was in the 90s when everyone came in with like the baggy
Baggy.
suits.
Baggy dude, that
That
shit
was
was sick.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm literally just gonna
That's
say the baggy Kobe and baggy suits, MJ and baggy
Kobe,
suits.
Tim
Yeah.
Duncan had the funniest suit.
Yo, that was funny because he
Like,
had long
Funny guy,
legs.
bro.
He looked like an accountant, like.
But Tim Duncan's
Exactly.
a goat, man. Don't even.
No, yeah, I
Duncan is
really like him.
antics?
Yeah,
Oh,
Tim
man.
Duncan's a really good player, man. Or was a
Even
really
not
good
even as a
player.
player, outside of being a player, bro. He's a goat, fam.
He's coach for the Spurs now, right?
He's assistant
Yeah.
coach, right?
Assistant coach.
Yeah.
Bro, but have you seen his hairstyle?
Isn't he just
That
have
shit looks
buzz
like a
cut?
mop. Nah, he had it
No, it
like
looks
this
sick.
thing. It looks like
He
a
has like an
mop, bro.
undercut with like these dreads up in a ponytail.
That's
looks pretty
gangster,
sick.
bro. That's gangster.
Yeah, it's sick,
Tim's
man.
a great guy, bro. I really rate him.
He's a great guy, yo.
He's one of those guys. He's like a LeBron-esque guy,
Mhm.
But everyone has.
Bro,
their
even
story.
when he retired, he said it so peacefully, like just he didn't make a big thing about it. He's like, yeah, guys, I'm
Down to
just
earth
done.
guy, bro.
Yeah, that's
Down to
what I-
earth, like
like even like he also played with the Spurs. Ginobili.
Oh
oh
yeah,
yeah,
Argentinian.
know-
yeah.
He was a lethal player too, right? But like he was always silent.
Yo, I heard there's a oh, never mind. There was a documentary that just came out on one of the players in Spurs back when they played with them. I think Parker.
Tony Parker.
Tony Parker.
Yeah, Tony
Tony.
Parker.
I love Tony's cool too.
Tony's cool.
Great team. Yeah, Tony. That was a great team too, man.
That was a really good team, man.
Boris Diaw. Oh man. Who is it? Thiago
Danny
Splitter.
Green, Kawhi.
Man, that was a good
Danny
team.
Green was good back then too.
Bro, yeah, he's kind of falling off. We don't talk about
Tony Parker, Danny Green, Kawhi,
Manu,
LaMarcus Aldridge.
Tim Duncan was
Wait,
with them.
LaMarcus Aldridge.
Wait, was he with
Nah,
them?
Yeah, he was with
bro,
them.
what? He was on
Tim Duncan
Portland.
was with them.
It was Tim Duncan and who's the center?
There was Thiago Splitter and Boris Dio. But like even before that, I think there was David Robinson, right? But that's like
Yeah, David
That was, like,
Robinson. But that's like old. That's like in the
yeah, it was
90s.
Splitter
no?
and Dio. Those were like the major centers and powers. But I mean, yeah, that was a great team, man. That was a fun team to watch. You know what I mean?
The
It's not
2014
even that. Like, it's not even like the team was great. Like, the coaching was really great.
Oh,
Like, Greg
Popovich,
Popovich,
yeah, he's
greatest,
Yeah.
one of the great. Him, I feel like him, Doc Rivers, and Eric Spoelstra. You guys are like
bro. Phil
all great.
Jackson, come on, dog. How
No,
you gonna beat that?
I think those are like my top three. Well, I would say
Bro, you're
like my best coach of
crazy.
all time is probably Greg Popovich. Man.
Is what about
No,
Derek
bro.
Fisher? Isn't
Listen,
he a
Derek-
coach right now? Is Derek Fisher a coach now or no?
What are you
I don't know
smoking,
about now,
brother?
but
I don't know about now. I don't think so.
Nah, I don't think he's a coach. Wait, no, he might be an assistant coach. I know. Who? What's his name? Jerry, not Jerry West.
oh, Bill
was-
Walton, Luke
No,
Walton.
no, no. He played for Dallas. Jason Kidd. Jason Kidd's a coach, right? Pretty
I don't think
Jason
now.
Kidd is a coach.
Jason
No, I don't
Kidd.
think no.
No, I think
I don't
Jason
think
Kidd
he's a
is.
coach either.
I think Jason Kidd's a coach.
I think he's assistant coach.
Oh, he might be an assistant coach. Yeah.
Yeah, he's
No,
not a
Wasn't
coach.
Wasn't he coach for Brooklyn before?
Before,
Was he for? I think he. I'm not sure. I'm not. I'm not.
I
100%
don't know
on that.
actually.
That's a good question. But yeah, I mean, there's like a handful of like very well-renowned coaches, but like aside from that, like everyone's kind of more or less, pretty meh. But I still think
Yeah,
you're kind of
Jason
tripping on
Kidd
Phil,
was.
bro.
I'm pretty sure he coached the Nets.
Jason Kidd.
Jason
Yeah,
Kidd,
Jason Kidd. I think Jason Kidd coached. No, did he?
Yeah, I'm
Just
pretty
search it up.
Oh, I'll search it up.
Yeah. I think I.
Yeah, he was the
Jeez.
coach for Brooklyn. That was like when he first started coaching, and then he coached Milwaukee.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
guess-
I remember Milwaukee.
I guess
Wait,
now
what year did he start coaching for Brooklyn?
2013 to 14. So it was only one season.
It was one season.
That
Okay.
was that Paul Pierce era.
He's
Paul
assistant
Pierce,
coach
KG.
now.
Yeah, that was a good season. We lost
Now
that
it's now he's just an assistant coach for the Lakers.
Oh, okay. Okay. I mean, it's still like he brings a lot of experience, so
Yeah,
not gonna
that's
be
just
too
like
bad.
what people said about Steve Nash, right? I feel like Steve Nash would be a great coach.
I mean, I guess we're seeing that now, right? I think like
Yeah, I
Kyrie
mean,
and
it's-
Steph
you
are
gotta
just gonna
remember,
step
right?
over him, right?
It's
That's dumb.
it's early in the season, right? But like I feel like like Steve Nash has a lot to show as a coach.
Oh yeah, I think it's a lot to show, but like it's not necessarily that a coach is gonna be a great player, right? There are like some coaches. I think Steve would be one of those guys, though. Like I think he just sees the game differently. Steve, guys like Rondo, people who actually see the game of basketball rather than just play it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you can watch it and visualize it, stuff like that. But no, there's a lot of great coaching positions. Okay, aside from that, I think I'm gonna cut it off here just because I don't want it to get too long. But
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
do you guys have any last sayings? Ram, we'll start with you. Anything last remarks?
I mean, I have nothing else to really say, but I mean, we need to talk about like goal status. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh my.
Goat
you might have to do another. You might have to do another
Another
podcast
podcast.
about that. Goat status. Like
Yeah.
then we're gonna have some strong
I'm
opinions.
gonna get all the
That's
LeBron.
that's gonna be
You-
that's gonna be a heated.
You and Saldani, bro. You and Saldani, you're gonna have some nice strong opinions.
Bro, I'm gonna get the whole gang, bro. The whole LeBron gang, bro. We're
Oh,
gonna
my
get the
G.
facts and logics for you.
You're gonna be Team LeBron. Saldani's gonna be Team Kobe. I'm gonna be Team MJ, and I don't know about Adam, bro.
Adam is a team. Whoever's the best right now.
Adam
Whoever's the
Team
best,
Giannis,
bro.
Who's best right now?
He's
Giannis.
one year. He's a team.
Just
Yes,
that
yo,
one.
Giannis is good, yo.
He's a team.
Honestly,
LeBron.
but
Alright.
yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to next. Talk about GOAT status.
100%. We go do something like that. 100%.
Yeah, but that's all I have to say. But thank you, Zed, for having us on the podcast, and that's all I really have to say.
Of course, brother. Okay, Sultan, bro. Last words.
Yeah, I just want to say thanks for having us, having
course,
a nice peaceful discussion. Where we're
Peaceful. I
not
know.
heated.
It could have been a little bit less
'Cause,
peaceful. Than normal.
So sometimes it gets a little heated, right? So like I was just happy.
But it's fun,
I
right?
was happy I didn't have to prove you wrong or anything.
Yeah. I'll spare you this time.
We actually agreed on something. Yeah.
Hats off to that.
But yeah,
Don't get
hats off.
twisted. Next time, bro, I'm not going easy on you, bro. I always let you off with the Kobe MJ shit. But this next
Yeah,
time,
yeah. Whatever you say. Whatever
yeah,
gets
yeah.
you.
Whatever
gets you
floats your
at
boat.
night,
You know what I'm saying?
Whatever gets you
Sure,
some
sure,
sleep
sure,
at
sure,
night.
sure,
It's
sure.
all good said. But
Yeah.
I'm just happy to be here. If you ever want to see me on the court, just let me know. Make sure you bring a ankle.
This guy talks a lot of shit, bro. You can feel it right now.
Huh?
You can feel it, bro.
Nah, man. I'm just I'm just a humble guy, man.
Yeah.
I just
course.
let Zed feel like an adult sometimes, so it's all good.
Shut the
You
fuck
gotta
up.
do that sometimes, bro. It's okay.
Man. All right, Adam. Do you want to make closing remarks?
Closing remarks, man. I was just glad to be a part of this, and it was a fun discussion. It was nice being on this podcast. It was really fun.
It's good.
And we'll talk about the goats. Next time we'll talk about the
For
goats.
sure, man. For sure. It's in the
My
cooking, bro.
boy's gonna win.
Now I'll give you a few suggestions after Zed. We should talk about some things aside from sport.
Yeah. No,
We all know I'm the goat,
coming
but
from
like,
this,
yo,
going
it's
on, I
okay.
think it's gonna be.
Like,
Oh
If I
my.
had two sports,
I
in a
am
row,
a
like
goat,
obviously
bro.
I'm gonna change it up. So
yeah, you should
hopefully.
talk about. Well, I guess like we'll discuss that.
Yeah, we'll
after,
discuss
right?
that after. No,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't want to give no spoilers
Yeah.
out here.
But yeah, I just want to
First.
thank you guys once again for coming on. Appreciate it.
For sure, man.
But
No worries.
Sure, man.
but it definitely
Follow up.
and I'm just going to do the outro. All right, guys. All right, guys. So that's gonna be it for this week's episode. I really appreciate you guys watching and listening. Once again, we're on Apple Music, Apple YouTube, on YouTube, Spotify. We're on quite a few things. We have a website now too, which you can go to listenbuddy.ca. I do post blogs there, so you can visit the blogs. Hopefully this time the audio is a lot better because I really wanted it to be a lot better than last time. Last time I don't know what happened, some Discord issues, but I think it's gotten better for sure. Maybe hopefully it's a little crispy, but yeah. Aside from that, thank you guys for listening. Hopefully next week. I'm gonna talk to Sultan. It's gonna be next 2 weeks. My bad, but thinking possibly. I'm gonna have a special guest on. We'll talk about something. We'll cook up something special. Hopefully. But yeah, that's about it. Thank you guys for listening once again. And tune in next week. All right. Thanks, guys. Take care.